How fast can young star Heath Hatton get to the top? Hello, I'm Larry Matisick, and this is SICW Wrestling Explosion. Today, Hatton tries to take the Classic Wrestling Championship from title holder Ironman Ken Kasa. Travis Cook, Kasa's manager, is a student of wrestling, so he knows about young champions like Dory Funk Jr. and Jack Briscoe. Even though Travis is bald and crabby now, he'll have Kasa ready for Hatton. Speaking of champions, Gene Kiniski's in our classic moment. The fun begins right after this. Once more, the exciting 2013 season proved that the Gateway Grizzlies are an important part of the St. Louis and Metro East sports scene. Every game is fun for fans of all ages. Hustling and hard-hitting, the Grizzlies always provide plenty of bang for the buck. In addition, the GCS ballpark is the perfect place to enjoy baseball. The organization, the facility, part of our community. Baseball is America's game, and the Gateway Grizzlies do it right. Keep in touch with new developments. Go to gatewaygrizzlies.com.
Unique and affordable gifts and collectibles on the internet are available at the Black Bear Haversack Trading Post. Go to blackbearhaversack.com. Semi-precious stones, bone horn and soapstone items, abalone shells, genuine coyote and water buffalo teeth pendants, products for Civil War, medieval, and Renaissance reenactments, and so much more. For a 10% discount, mention SICW number 7 when you place your order. It's blackbearhaversack.com for top quality at reduced prices.
Ricky Cruz tries to regain the classic title from Ironman Ken Kasa. Flash Flanagan tangles with Ron Powers. Two dynamite main events at the East Carondelet Community Center Saturday, September 21st at 8 p.m. It's a loaded lineup. Durden, Texan, Jazz, Hatton, Jackson, Vaughn, Raw, 410-pound Bull Bronson, much more. For tickets, call 286-4848. Classic champ Kasa versus Cruz. Flash versus Powers. What a night. Saturday, September 21st in East Carondelet.
And now, introducing first to my right, he is the challenger from Marion, Illinois, 215 pounds, Heath Hatton. And his opponent, the champion. Ladies and gentlemen, the President and Chief Executive Officer of the Travis Cook Organization, Mr. Travis Cook, is extremely proud to present to you your classic wrestling champion. He weighs in this evening at a slim, trim, buff, chiseled, rip, bolo, 236 3/4 pounds, wrestling out of the Windy City of Chicago, Illinois, your classic wrestling champion, Ironman Ken Kasa! Man, I totally put Bruce Buffer to shame.
There's the champion. There's the challenger. There's the manager. That was Ben Simon doing the ring announcing until he was interrupted by the man with the mask on his head. It looks like he has a big pimple on top of his shoulders, and it's being squeezed by the Mil Mascaris mask. It's amazing. And of course, this probably tells you why Travis Cook, and what happened to Travis Cook at the GCS Stadium a couple weeks back. He lost his hair when Dave Vaughn wrestled Chaz Wesson, and Herb Simmons, and Rocky Johnson, and Ken Patera, and Baron Von Raschke, and who knows who else, Keith Smith, they all helped shave the head of Travis Cook. And lo and behold, here he comes in tonight. Everybody wants to see him with no hair, and he wears a mask. Well, he still can talk, we know that, and he still will do anything that it takes to try to help his man Ken Kasa, the Iron Man, keep the classic wrestling title. Not that Kasa needs a whole lot of help. He's tough. He's a lean, mean fighting machine. I'm surprised that Travis Cook hasn't picked up that line yet. We'll see how well it works against Heath Hatton. Fine young star, rising young star, looking better every time out. And he blasts Kasa in the stomach with a shoulder. And Kasa knocked clear away from the ring by Heath Hatton. Hatton backs Kasa into the corner. Arm whip reversed. Hatton hits the corner. Whoa, he lifts and almost throws Kasa over the top rope. But now it's Kasa landing a shoulder into the stomach. Kasa tries to come over the top rope and walks right into a drop kick from Heath Hatton. Hatton has a great drop kick, and man, he had to get up high, and he was up high enough to knock Kasa clear out of the ring and to ringside. Heath Hatton goes out after the ring, goes outside the ring after Ken Kasa. Hatton clearly already knows what he's in for when he squares off with anybody who's managed by Travis Cook, mask or no mask. Look at Heath. He can't help but look at Travis Cook and laugh. Oh, wouldn't you want to see that mask come off him? Travis Cook's managed to catch the attention of Heath Hatton. Kasa tried to come in behind Hatton, gets behind him, finally gets him up in the air. He's thinking, what, Greco-Roman back body drop on the concrete floor, and then he throws Hatton into the steel ring post. Ouch. Hatton seemed to be holding his own down there outside the ring, but that's no man's land. You're in tough territory there, especially with somebody like Kasa and Cook. And once more, whoa, the whip reversed, and that wasn't a whip. He slammed Iron Man Ken Kasa down face first on that tile concrete floor here at the East Carondelet Community Center. I wonder if Kasa even has a nose left. You know how that's... Oh, did you hear that? Smash. Let's see if there's anything left of Ken Kasa's face after that move by Heath Hatton. Hatton goes up to the second rope. Kasa staggering around. He has to be lost. Flying cross body block. Try for a pin. One. And at one, Ken Kasa kicks out. He is one tough bird. We've said it before. We'll say it again. Think Blackjack Lanza when he used to team up with Bobby Heenan when Bobby Heenan was his manager. Lanza was as tough as they come, a real ring general. And that describes Ken Kasa. He's been around this business now a few years. He knows how to wrestle. He knows what to do. He has some different tactics. He will use some so-called old school things like a bulldog headlock or the double barrel dropkick, shades of Lou Thez. But then he'll do some new things too that he's brought in there, like that Iron Maiden torture lock that he's used many times, well, not many times, but several times to get wins with, and in fact used to dethrone Ricky Cruz. You can bet that Ricky Cruz, when he tries to regain the title from Kasa on Saturday, September 21st at the East Carondelet Community Center, Ricky Cruz will be looking out for the Iron Maiden torture lock. A lot at stake. When Kasa and Cruz go at it again, you don't know how bad Ricky Cruz wants that title back. He was a great champion for over a year. But speaking of former champions, what about Ron Powers? He too had the title for over a year, and he's in the co-main event September 21st. A match that at first you wouldn't even think would happen. A match between, first Hatton going for a quick pin here on Kasa, can't hold him down. Arm drag by Hatton and into an arm drag by Heath Hatton on Ken Kasa. Not anybody thought, I don't think, that Flash Flanagan would ever go against Ron Powers, especially when, 2-3 months ago, they won a tag team match over the Legends. Cowboy Bob Orton and Butch Reed right here on SICW Wrestling Explosion. Now, egos have interfered. Things have happened inside the ring. And as it turns out, Saturday, September 21st, Flash Flanagan and Ron Powers will square off. What a battle that's going to be. Two tough guys, two mean guys, two smart guys who know what they want inside that ring. Great double main event, and it's a loaded card. 410-pound Bo Bronson's going to be back. Chaz Wesson, the guy who won the match over Dave Vaughn so that Travis Cook's head was shaved, will be there. And, of course, Mr. Unpredictable, Dave Vaughn will be on hand. Gary Jackson, the big Texan. Jake Durden is going to be on hand. And wait a minute, Travis Cook was showing us his track skills, and what's more, he tried to lure, yes, he did, he lured Heath Hatton into the ring. Hatton was busy trying to cut off Travis Cook, and he left himself wide open for Ken Kasa to attack him. And now Ken Kasa has the advantage on Heath Hatton. Travis Cook, whether you like him or you don't, he's smart around that ring. He knows how to do things that work to the advantage of his people, his goons, I was going to say. I shouldn't say goons. That's not really fair. Dave Vaughn can wrestle, you know that. He can do a lot of good things in that ring. He's become quite an unpredictable personality, though. And then, of course, we've already proven that Iron Man Ken Kasa, he has a lot of different tools at his disposal. And there, of course, Travis Cook sneaking behind the back of referee Jim Harris to strangle Heath Hatton. Hatton gasping, trying to get his wind back. Can Heath Hatton be one in a long line of young stars that really climbed to the top quickly, like a Jack Briscoe, like a Dory Funk Jr. became the champion? Way back in the days when the NWA was great, when the National Wrestling Alliance meant something, when Sam Muchnick was in command, when there was wrestling all over this country, maybe 30, 35 matches every night of the week, Mondays, Tuesdays. There's wrestling all over this country, the National Wrestling Alliance right behind it all. And a Jack Briscoe or a Dory Funk Jr. was the World Heavyweight Champion, or a Lou Thez, or a Gene Kiniski. Can Heath Hatton follow along in that line? He's showing us a lot of good skills over the weeks. He's earned this match with Ken Kasa, but right now, obviously he's not in a good spot. He manages to get that leg out, and Ken Kasa just pulls Hatton. He wanted to pull him face first, and also to stretch out those hamstring muscles on Hatton. Where's he coming from behind him? Ooh, there's something new that Ken Kasa does. That's not old school. He drives both knees into the shoulder blades of Heath Hatton. Good way to knock out the wind of Heath Hatton. Hatton gasping, also still favoring that hamstring muscle that got pulled when he was yanked out of the corner. And now Ken Kasa going for that nerve clamp, digging in with that nerve clamp, a classic move, as Ken Kasa squeezes on the trapezius muscle, trying to get where all those nerves coincide across there. You saw a lot of different people do that over the years, and we've always compared it to when that gym teacher who was mad at you came by and said, "Kid, get your act together," and he'd give you that little pinch right up there, and you go, "Oh, geez, okay." Well, there's Ken Kasa, 225 solid pounds, digging in, not just giving you a pinch. He's not just giving Heath Hatton a pinch. He's squeezing that trapezius muscle on Heath Hatton and taking some of the steam out of Heath Hatton, trying to slow down a very quick, a very fast, a very explosive opponent. But Hatton gets to his feet, starts throwing elbows into the midsection. Kasa with a forearm smash puts Hatton down and then stands on the neck of Heath Hatton. Referee Jim Harris says, "Don't be using those ropes for the advantage." Jim Harris always has his hands full when Travis Cook's at ringside. And you know, that puts a lot of pressure on the referee. Let's not forget that. He's trying to do a good job, and like he points out right there, that was a legal kick. It was with the flat of the boot, and it was on the hamstring. Jim Harris pointed it right out to the camera there for you. That's not legal, and referee Jim Harris began the count of 5. If he'd have gotten to 5, Ken Kasa would have been disqualified. Heath Hatton would have gotten the victory, although not the title. Kasa, backbreaker. Side backbreaker, and then suspends Hatton over the knee. Continuing the backbreaker over that knee. Punishing again. Another way to take down some of the steam, take down some of the energy level of Heath Hatton. Ken Kasa starting to put Heath Hatton into real trouble here. These last few minutes have all belonged to the Iron Man. The man who actually could run in an Iron Man competition probably. His cardio off the scales, folks. Side saddle suplex. Down goes Heath Hatton. Kasa says, "I'm going to pin him." Well, not really. He didn't quite even get the count of 2. Travis Cook arguing with the referee, but that's mainly just to keep him distracted. And now Kasa moves into Hatton and rakes his face. Ooh, ouch, that stings, raking Heath Hatton's face along the top rope, the cable, right across the eyes and nose, the bridge of the nose. And remember, you're already sweating, the perspiration pouring down your face, and now you have all those little skins opened up, just as if you were razor burned across there. Whoa, Kasa went for a backdrop. That didn't work, and Heath Hatton sees an opening. Heath Hatton sees an opening, and he's flying through the air. A double clout by Hatton. Sidewalk slam by Heath Hatton on Ken Kasa. Hatton making a comeback on Ken Kasa. Kasa, the champion. Now it's Hatton. Almost a little look like Randy Orton there for a moment. Wait a minute, here's Travis Cook up on the apron again. Hatton says, "I've had enough of this. Just go away." Whoop! Oh! Kasa tried to hit Hatton, and instead he hit Travis Cook out of 1, 2, and oh! I thought for a second we had a new champion there. I thought we had a new champion. Kasa stunned and down. And Travis Cook a little stunned himself after being hit by his own partner. What's Heath Hatton doing? He's going after the mask. He's going after the mask. Oh, and there's that lovely bowling ball head of Travis Cook. Great shot by Grant Murphy. And a drop kick is missed by the champion. He's going to be pinned. This is it. No. Kasa kicks away. Kasa kicks away. He hooks that neck. Hooks the neck. Oh, he has the Iron Maiden torture lock. The Iron Maiden torture lock. Oh, Heath Hatton came so close to pinning the champion, and it backfired on him because Kasa was smart enough and quick enough to see the opening to put on that Iron Maiden torture lock. The Iron Maiden torture lock on Heath Hatton, and Hatton has to submit. He has to submit, and Travis Cook gleefully holds up the title belt. The title belt that still belongs to Ken Kasa. And how do you like that haircut of Travis Cook? But you know what? I bet Travis can put up with it. For that reason, right there, his man is still the classic wrestling champion. He just topped out, yells Travis Cook, look at that hairdo. And Kasa says, let's cover that up. Let's hide that up from the glare, okay? Get out of the ring. Let's get out of here. We got the belt. What a night for Kasa and Travis. Ricky Cruz tries to regain the classic title from Iron Man Ken Kasa. Flash Flanagan tangles with Ron Powers. Two dynamite main events at the East Carondelet Community Center Saturday, September 21st. Saturday, September 21st at 8 p.m. It's a loaded lineup. Durden, Texan, Jazz, Hatton, Jackson, Vaughn, Raw, 410-pound Bull Bronson, much more. For our tickets, call 286-4848. Classic champ Kasa versus Cruz. Flash versus Powers. What a night. Saturday, September 21st in East Carondelet.
For the best deal on pre-owned cars and trucks, check out King Auto Sales in Cahokia, Illinois. Buy here, pay here. It doesn't get easier than that. Easy terms and financing on the spot for the best deals on all makes and models of pre-owned cars and trucks. You can't beat King Auto Sales, 2915 Camp Jackson Road, Cahokia, Illinois. That's King Auto Sales in Cahokia, where the customer comes first. Phone 337-7050.
Let Custom Truck Upholstery give your vehicle a facelift. Visit us on 707 North 20th Street in East St. Louis, Illinois. Custom Truck Upholstery merges old world craftsmanship and attention to detail with the latest in modern technology to make your car, truck, boat, or motorcycle look like new. Call Custom Truck Upholstery at 618-875-9850.
40 seconds.
This is a unique six-man tag elimination match from April 15th, 1982. The loser of a fall must leave the ring until all of one team is out. Roger Kirby, Max Blue, and Gene Lewis meet Ricky Romero, Art Cruz, and Gene Kiniski.
5 minutes of elapsed, 15 minutes left.
Oh, things can happen fast in that elimination tag match. Romero had just managed to pin Max Blue. Gene Lewis, what he did was legal. He came into the ring as soon as his partner was eliminated. He caught Romero by surprise, and then Lewis pinned Romero. So now it's Lewis and Kirby against Cruz and Kiniski, and that means the winner has to come out of some combination of those four, either Lewis and Kirby or one or the other, either Cruz and Kiniski or one or the other. Unless, of course, time expires, then it's a draw between who's ever left. You can see why this elimination tag match requires a clear mind and some quick thinking. Romero was exposed, Romero was vulnerable, and Gene Lewis really took advantage of it after Romero had pinned Max Blue. Kirby covers Cruz, count of one. Cruz manages to get away from Roger Kirby. Kirby going for the suplex on Cruz. If he can get him up, yes he can. It's a low suplex, but still pretty effective. Kirby covers Cruz. Cruz kicks away. Kiniski yells, come on, tag, tag. Cruz has run into trouble against Roger Kirby and Gene Lewis. Lewis with a punch to the ribs. Flying mare by Gene Lewis on Art Cruz. Cruz reaches out. Kiniski yells at Cruz. Maybe a bit more politely than he would if it were his son Kelly in there even. Saying get over. If it was his kid, he'd probably say, get over here. You've heard Gene talk about how he runs the house, haven't you? Democratic household. It's done Gene's way all the time. And that's why Nick and Kelly are such tremendous prospects and have been so successful in the amateur and, in Kelly's case, now the professional mats. Cruz's hair was pulled. Kiniski complaining. Sonny Myers may not have caught it. Kiniski trying to get up on the ropes to make a tag with Cruz, and Lee Warren tells him his feet have to be down on the apron. Kiniski knew it. He knows the rules. He knew it. But it was worth a try. Maybe the referee wouldn't see it. Kiniski says you don't abuse the rule book, you use the rule book. Gene has a bit of a philosopher in him. Kiniski kicks Lewis off of Cruz. Kiniski trying to help his young partner out. Deja vu, huh? Kiniski must be thinking this kid's just about the same age as Kelly. Kirby comes in with a kick to the stomach. Kirby pounds on Cruz. Cruz tries to fight his way out of trouble. Kirby knocked backwards. Kiniski grabs Kirby by the hair, and then he jerks the throat of Kirby right into the top rope. Doesn't pay to get too close to where Gene Kiniski is. Kirby throws off Cruz. Cruz pulled away from Kiniski to where Kirby can tag Lewis, and Art Cruz is taking a beating from Lewis and Kirby. Cruz trying to make that tag again, and he does! Here comes Big Thunder, and he's after Lewis. Kirby comes into the ring. Kiniski's right on top of him. Cruz grabs Lewis. Kirby thrown into the mayhem by Kiniski. All four men tangled up in the corner, and now Cruz and Kiniski begin banging their shoulders into the stomachs of Lewis and Kirby. Kiniski called the shots for Art Cruz, and then he and Cruz got in some rather bitter messing for Lewis and Kirby. Kiniski steps across the face of Kirby. Was Kirby tagged into that ring? I honestly don't remember. I think Lewis is the legal man. It doesn't seem to matter to Kiniski. He's beating up anybody he gets close to. Ric Flair, you're going to be in there with a tornado. Learjet or not. Hostesses or not. Limousine or not. Kiniski covers Lewis. Kirby there to help pull Kiniski off, but I think Lewis had gotten away anyhow. Kiniski kicks Kirby. Figure you didn't belong in here anyway. Kiniski covers Kirby out of one, and I still don't think that Kirby's the legal man in there. But when Kiniski's around, things tend to be a bit wild and woolly. Down goes Kirby. Knee drop to the stomach by Big Thunder. Kiniski covers Kirby. Kirby gets away. Tough cookie, that Roger Kirby. Knee lift glances off the side of Kirby's head. Kirby throws an elbow that catches Kiniski. A kick to the stomach, a smash to the neck of Kiniski. Tag made to Gene Lewis by Roger Kirby. Lewis looking for an opening to get into that ring. Kirby hangs onto the arms of Kiniski for Lewis. A forearm smash to the neck by Gene Lewis on Gene Kiniski. Kiniski, he likes a Donnybrook. Kiniski pounds Lewis to the ropes. A forearm right into the stomach, and Lewis is tangled up with the cables. Kiniski bangs away with that knee on Gene Lewis.
10 minutes have expired, 10 minutes left.
10 minutes have passed, and Gene Kiniski certainly gave his partner Art Cruz a good position to come into. Lewis been banged around that ring. He was tangled up in the ropes. Lewis slammed into the turnbuckle, but then Lewis catches Cruz, gouges the eyes. A forearm smash knocks Cruz down. Tag made to Roger Kirby. Come on, Art, yells Kiniski. And Cruz gets in a bit of trouble. Throws a punch to the stomach of Kirby. Kirby and Cruz battling it out. And finally, Kirby has to clamp on a front face lock to keep Cruz from pounding on the stomach. Oh, reverse neck breaker. He caught Cruz by surprise. The reverse neck breaker out of 1, 2, and 3. And in 5 minutes, 42 seconds, Art Cruz has been eliminated in 5:42. That leaves Kiniski on his own against Kirby and Lewis. So it becomes now a handicap tag match, 1 against 2, after Cruz is eliminated by Kirby's reverse neck breaker. Kiniski finds himself with an empty corner. He has nobody to count on now but himself against Roger Kirby and Gene Lewis. Oh, Kiniski caught Kirby with a knee drop to the stomach. Kiniski knows he's up against it now, a real target for Kirby and Lewis. Tag made to Lewis. Kiniski ducks. Oh! Lewis and Kirby run into each other, and Kirby's knocked right out of the ring. Lewis was tagged in. Kiniski with a knee drop to the stomach on Lewis. Count of 1, 2, 3. Lewis is eliminated in 45 seconds. Lewis eliminated in 45 seconds. Look at Kiniski. He's right on top of Kirby when Kirby tried to get back into the ring. Gene Kiniski grabs Roger Kirby, tosses him to the rope, flips him up and over the top. Roger Kirby still resting maybe on the laurels of his victory over Kerry Von Erich recently. Kiniski nails Kirby with a backbreaker. Kiniski covers Kirby. That's it! Roger Kirby eliminated in 23 seconds by Gene Kiniski. And hey, when the dust settles, Kiniski has come through it all in flying colors. He's a sole survivor and therefore the lone winner of this tag elimination match. Let's make it official and hear from Mickey Garagiola.
In 12 minutes and 55 seconds, the sole survivor, the winner, former World Heavyweight Champion, Gene Kiniski.
From the World Series champion Tigers in '45 to the Gateway Grizzlies to the '03 State Tournament Belleville East Lancers. A tradition in baseball and an even longer tradition in fine furniture and service. Miller Furniture, 1004 East Main in Belleville.
For music and fun, the place to party is Pop's nightclub and concert venue in Sojay. From Bruno Mars of the first U.S. tour of Nickelback to Flogging Molly or the Insane Clown Posse, 30 years of memories pack Pop's concert venue with more made at every news show. And there's a party at Pop's nightclub every night, a melting pot of friends enjoy the best in dance, rock, pop, and top 40 music until 5:30 a.m. Plus add a full game room. Check out all the action at popsrocks.com. Then and now, the place to party is Pop's in Sojay. Ricky Cruz tries to regain the classic title from Ironman Ken Kasa. Flash Flanagan tangles with Ron Powers. Two dynamite main events at the East Carondelet Community Center Saturday, September 21st at 8 p.m. It's a loaded lineup. Durden, Texan, Jazz, Hatton, Jackson, Vaughn, Raw, 410-pound Bull Bronson, much more. For tickets, call 286-4848. Classic champ Kasa versus Cruz. Flash versus Powers. What a night. Saturday, September 21st in East Carondelet. Heath Hatton did not succeed in dethroning Ironman Kasa as classic champion, but Hatton did display the skills and toughness that say Heath might be a future champion, and soon. Kasa showed the smarts to prove he will be tough for anyone to knock off. And after Hatton snatched the mask off manager Travis Cook, well, what'd you think of Travis's new hairdo? Compliments of Chaz Wesson and promoter Herb Simmons. Excitement like this is why SICW Wrestling Explosion always delivers the goods.